Monday, 4th of Safar, 1445, after the Hijrah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is equivalent to 21st of August 2023. I'm Khadija Nurlamin Eliman with the news info. President Bola Tinubu has approved the redeployment of Abubakar Momo from the Federal Ministry of Youth to the Federal Ministry of Niger Delta Development. This is contained in a statement signed by the spokesman to the President, Ajuri Ngelale. According to Mr. Ngalale, the Federal Ministry of Youth is to be assigned to a minister designate soon. The ministers designate allocated to the Federal Ministries of Transportation, Interior, and Marine and Blue Economy have been reshuffled as follows. Adeboyega Oyetola is redeployed as the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy. Honorable Bimitunji Ojo is deployed as Minister of Interior. Honorable Saidu Al-Ali is redeployed as Minister of Transportation. Furthermore, both ministers of state in the oil and gas sector are now domiciled in the Federal Ministry of Petroleum Resources with the following designations. Senator Henikan Lukubori is the Minister of State, Oil Petroleum Resources, and Honorable Eperipepo is the Minister of State, Gas Petroleum Resources. The Socio-Economic Right and Accountability Project, SERAP, has urged President Bola Tinubu to publicly instruct the former governors who are now serving as ministers in his administration to stop collecting life pensions, exotic cars, and other allowances from their states while they serve as ministers. SERAP also urged him to instruct the former governors to immediately return any pension and allowances that they may have collected since leaving office to the public treasury. The following former governors are now ministers in the Tinubu administration are Badar Abubakar, Nyesom Wike, Bello Mutawalli, Odeboyega Oyetola, and David Umahi. Others are Simon Lalong, Atiku Bagudu, and Ibrahim Gaidam. In a letter signed by Serap Deputy Director Kolawole Uluwadari, the organization said the appointment of former governors who collect life pensions while serving as ministers is implicitly forbidden by the Nigerian Constitution 1999. Vice President Kashi Shettima has called on present and aspiring political office holders to always put the interest, unity, and progress of the nation above personal or sectional gains. Shettima gave the advice at a reception organized by North Central Governors Forum to celebrate the appointment and accomplishment of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, in Abuja yesterday evening. The Vice President, who paid glowing tribute to George Akume in a message titled A Life of Honor, described Senator Akume as an idea, a man of honor, a beacon of unity, loyalty, and integrity in our nation, urging political leaders to emulate him. Shettima, in a statement released yesterday by Olushola Abiola, Director Information, Office of the Vice President, also underscored the significance of character for aspiring political office holders. Former President Muhammad Buhari has expressed sadness over the death of several soldiers killed in an ambush and a subsequent helicopter crash in Niger State. Buhari, in a statement yesterday by his media aide, Malam Garba Shehu, commiserated with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the armed forces, and the families of the deceased. He said he was saddened by the helicopter accident following the tragic ambush in which they lost brave army personnel. He prayed for those who lost their lives and the injured to recover at the earliest. You are listening to the news from the studio of Sawaba. Stay tuned for the rest. Welcome back. The police command in Kano State said it arrested 3 persons who allegedly chanted provocative slogans against the Emir of Kano, Aminu Bayero, causing breach of peace in the state. The news agency of Nigeria reported that the command had earlier arrested 6 suspects in connection with the incident. The Commissioner of Police, Hussein Gumel, disclosed the latest arrest in a statement yesterday in Kano. By the use of technical equipment so far led to the arrest of additional 3 suspects. He listed the suspect as Abdurazak Usman Sarki of Isukwata's Kwali local government area, who is age 36, Fatiu Mukhtar Farouk, age 35, of Emir's Palace Kano, and Usman Baba Atta, age 25, of Kabarakota's Kano Municipal Local Government Area. Gumel explains that the suspect constituted public nuisance during the inauguration of Hasia Pediatric Hospital at Ofarkudu in Municipal Local Government Area of the state. He said that the suspect disturbed the peaceful gathering by chanting provocative slogans against the Emir who attended the ceremony. Babagana Zulum of Borno has presented 10 million naira relief package to soldiers wounded in the ongoing fight against insurgents in the state. The package was presented to the General Officer Commanding 7th Division, Maiduguri, Major General Peter Malla, by the Borno Commissioner of Information and Security, Usman Tar, and the Permanent Secretary, Government House, Mustafa Busukuma. During the presentation, Mr. Tar said the package was a fulfillment of the pledge made by Zulum during the Eid al-Kabir launch for troops in Maiduguri, organized by Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Taurid Labaja. He expressed the state government commitment to continue to complement federal government in providing logistics and other support to improve troops' welfare in view of their sacrifice in protecting the territorial integrity of Nigeria. In his response, the GOG 7 Division Major General Peter Malla expressed appreciation to Zulum for his sustained support to the military in the state. The leader of the Mutinyas who seized power in Niger, General Abdurrahman Chiani, said yesterday that his country does not want war but will be ready to defend itself if necessary. He noted that the member countries of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, do not realize that Niger has become the key to containing the region from destabilization against the backdrop of increased terrorist activity. Mr. Chiani added that the sanctions imposed against his country were aimed at putting pressure on the rebels and not at finding a solution to the country's situation. In addition, Mr. Chiani said the rebels do not seek to seize power in the country, but rather seek to come to a solution that will meet the interests of the people. On Saturday, media reported that an ECOWAS delegation arrived in the capital of Niger and met with the post-President Mohamed Bazoum to assess conditions of his detention. Later in the day, Reuters reported that the delegation also had talks with Chiani. A coup took place in Niger on July 26, and Bazoum was arrested and detained by his own guard, led by Mr. Chiani. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has rejected the 3-year power transition plan of the military rulers of Niger Republic. ECOWAS Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security, Abdel Fattah Musa, made this known during an interview with the BBC yesterday. He said that General Chiani's proposal of 3-year transition was just a smokescreen of dialogue and diplomacy. Musa warned that the regional bloc will not accept any prolonged transition again in the region. He called on the Niger's military rulers to be ready to hand over in the shortest possible time. General Abdurrahman Chiani, leader of the Niger junta, had said in a televised broadcast yesterday night that the army will hand over power to the civilian government within the next 3 years. General Chiani had also noted that his country did not want war but will be ready to defend itself if necessary. That has been the end of the news, but before I go, recap of the major story. The Forum of State Chairman of the new Nigeria People's Party (NNPP) has instituted a legal action against the National Working Committee (NWC) of the party and Senator Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, the party presidential candidate in the last general elections, over the illegal dissolution of executive councils of the party in the 10 states of the Federation. Before I go, major recap of the news. You heard President Bola Tinubu reshuffles cabinet, announces new minister designate for Niger Delta. Police arrest 3 more suspects for chanting provocative slogans against Emir of Kano. ECOWAS rejects Niger junta's 3-year transition plan. On behalf of the Department of News, I am Khadija Nulamin Elleman saying thanks for listening.